Were you not quite ready for educating your child at home? Thrust into this a bit too quickly? Feeling overwhelmed? Not to worry, we've got you covered. Hello, I'm Samantha from Learning Success, and welcome to Educating at Home, an initiative by Learning Success to help you become the expert educator for your child. It may not feel like it, but research shows that parents can truly be the best educators. We'll be creating new videos every day to make sure you have the knowledge you need to rock this. Make sure to watch them all, and your child is sure to get the best education possible. Today's video is from Dr. Kimberly Berens. Kimberly Berens, PhD, is the founder of Fit Learning and Regional Director of Fit Learning Tri-State. In 1998, as a doctoral student in learning and behavioral science, Dr. Berens founded Fit Learning in a broom closet on campus at the University of Nevada, Reno. Since her humble beginnings, Dr. Berens has driven the expansion of her organization by establishing a formal certification and license in her powerful method of instruction. As a result, Fit Learning now has 31 locations worldwide, with 3 to 5 new locations opening each year. In 2010, Dr. Berens relocated to New York to open locations throughout the tri-state area and beyond. For 20 years, Dr. Berens and her team have been developing and refining a powerful system of instruction based on the learning, behavioral, and cognitive sciences. Let's see what Dr. Berens has to say about educating at home.
Hi there, it's Dr. Kimberly Berens, and I'm here today to give you guys some tips on surviving this whole homeschooling your child during the COVID-19 crisis. I know we're all struggling. I'm a child professional and I'm struggling because we are cooking, we're cleaning, we're foraging for supplies, and now we're all still working from home, a lot of us, and now we're required to manage our kids' schooling in a way that we've never been required to before. So this is tough. So as a behavioral scientist, I do have some tips that I think will make your lives a lot easier. So first and foremost, before we can effectively, manage our children's school requirements, we have to manage our kids' behavior. So meaning they need to do what we say when we say it without a lot of unpleasantness occurring. So, one way to do that is knowing how to design effective motivational systems for use with your kids. There's some of the common practices as parents are that our kids just kind of have unlimited access to everything they want and then frequently lose access to those things when bad behavior happens, right? So, kids kind of always have their phones or always have their iPads. And it's more often than not, it's those things are removed when kids don't do what we ask, or if they have a bad attitude, or just fight with their sibling, or something else. But they kind of always have that. It's almost seen as like a right that a child has. But I kind of want to help you guys reverse that ratio, because it actually should be flipped, where kids shouldn't have ongoing access to those kinds of privileges. They're not rights, they're privileges. They should actually be earning access to privileges all the time. And when you flip the ratio, where kids are motivated to do what you ask them to do because they don't have unlimited access to everything they want all the time, that is going to make things so much easier for you, rather than resulting to having to be punitive, like taking things away when they don't do what you ask, rather than they don't have access to them until they do what you ask, which is a very different philosophy. So first and foremost, I think it's extremely important that at the beginning of the day, your child's electronic devices, particularly, or anything that they really enjoy interacting with, are put away. And those things should be earned contingent on your kids completing their school requirements or other things they need to be doing, like helping in the house and contributing to a household that's easy to live in and be confined in. So I want you to think about that. I want you to think about everything your child does should be paid off, rather than the bad behavior they engage in, they're losing something. That makes the world a better place. So when your child has a school assignment or after an online class, they have to do an assignment of some sort, They don't access their preferred activity until they complete the assignment. And there's no prodding and nagging and reminding and prompting. There's literally a rule, and you can do this on a visual, chart of some sort where you list the requirements that your kids have to accomplish before they access a preferred activity. Or you can state it verbally, depending on how your kids respond to things. I always think visual displays are good, so your child knows. So that way, there's not a constant back and forth. They know the rule. So the rule is electronic, minutes on an electronic device of any sort, or minutes of a preferred activity, are granted based on the completion of a specific task, such as their math assignment, their English assignment, whatever assignment they may have to do, unloading the dishwasher, cleaning up their room, interacting with their sibling in an appropriate manner. So those are the things that your kids should be being paid off for on a regular basis. And that will make your lives so much easier. Now, there's a lot more to this inside of managing your kids' school requirements, because there are can't do's and there are won't do's. So won't do's are motivational issues, meaning your child has the skills, they're just not performing the skills they have because they aren't motivated to do so. So, managing your household where your children are consistently earning privileges is going to help with that. It's going to help with the refusing to do something that they're capable of doing. However, a can't do, or a child who actually has a skills deficit and doesn't have the skills required to complete an assignment, is a different issue. And that's an issue that your teacher needs to manage. So if you have a child where you've arranged the environment, they're earning privileges, and your child's putting forth effort to complete an assignment, and it's clear they don't understand, or they're missing some component skills in order to complete it, then I powerfully suggest that you communicate these issues to your child's teacher. I know that we're being expected to act like teachers, but you're not a teacher more often than not. And that needs to be acknowledged. And it's okay. It's okay if you feel that you don't have the skill set to teach your child whatever they're being expected to do, and that that you feel that your child needs more support in that area. So I would effectively design your household so that you know what's a motivational problem versus a skills deficit. And if you identify a skills deficit, then I would send an email communication to your child's teacher, requesting additional support on that, additional resources, instruction. There's tons of online resources for parents like IXL Math that provides fluency-based practice of skills that kids may need to have in order to successfully complete school assignments. So those are my quick tips. I mean, I could go way more into this, but that alone, I feel will make your lives a lot easier while we're all coping with this very difficult time. So hang in there, be strong, run your households with the idea that privileges should be earned at all times, and that skills deficits are your teacher's responsibility. Okay? Hang in there.
Dr. Berens, thank you for the behavioral science tips. Those are going to be so amazingly helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to share it on social media. Use the hashtag EAH for Educating at Home. And remember, you've got this. The fact that you are here watching this video means you're an amazing parent. And that's a wonderful thing to be.